When I was a young chef, one of my mentors, one of my great friends, was a man called Nicolas Denis. I worked with him part-time when I was a boy so I could survive working at the Gavroche because it was a struggle to live. Nico, on my day off, used to take me to a restaurant called Ma Cuisine. The chef was a man called Guy Mouron, the first head chef of the Gavroche in 1967. One of his classics was fillet steak with ceps and a Madeira sauce. Sensational, one of the great French classics. But today, I'm not going to do that dish. I'm not going to confuse you with technical ability. I'm not going to try and impress you. That's not my style. What I'm going to do is make something which is possible. I'm going to do it the Italian way. Cook your steak. Cook your ceps to perfection. A little olive oil, vintage balsamico, crystal salt. Because remember, it's all about the eating. That's what it's all about. Now, the steak. And one of the things we used to always do when I was a boy was check the quality of the meat before we accepted it. We take the trim, season. We just fry it. And then we taste it. And if it's of the quality we require, then we accept it. If it's not good enough, we send it back. Produce is key. It's good enough. So, clarified butter. Season. And always over season your meat when you fry it, because a large percentage is washed off during the cooking. Now, shallots, finely chopped. When I say finely, I mean finely. That's what I call finely chopped. Garlic. Always keep an eye on your job. Teach yourself to look at more than one thing at a time. Like I'm looking in the pan now, not at what I'm doing, because I know where the blade is. Now let's crush it. So just crush it with the salt so it just dissolves away. So you get the scent of the garlic, not the garlic. That is crushed garlic. So, bring this into play. Olive oil. Right, the ceps. So don't slice them too thin because you don't lose the texture. There he goes. In with the mushrooms. In with the seasoning. Tiny bit of white pepper. Just do the steaks. Timings are so important. The steaks are resting, releasing their juices. The ceps are cooking. We're 2 minutes away from the final presentation. It's as simple as that. 15 minutes, you've got dinner, if you've got everything organised. So, the very last minute, the garlic and the shallots, and then just work it through. Most people start with the garlic and the shallots, but when they're chopped so finely, there's no need. Because if you chop them finely and put them in at the start, they end up burnt. In at the end, and the heat will just cook them. Now, there's the platter. So, then take the ceps. Remember, generosity is your presentation. It's not about making things look pretty. Allow Mother Nature to be the true artist. We're just the cooks. There we are. So when you say steak with seps, I want steak with seps, not one little sep cut into tiny little pieces. There we are. So now is something you can't make, and that's the meat juices. See, we think we're clever, but we're not that clever. Mother Nature is the true artist. Now, so what's released, put back. Never waste it. Splash with olive oil. Vintage balsamico. Now the parsley. And just let her do the work. And there we have it. In 15, 20 minutes, dinner for 6. Steak with porcini, vintage balsamico, olive oil, crystal salt, parsley, and the natural juices, something that we can't make. The very first dish I ever cooked for the great and the late Anthony Bourdain was in my pub in Hampshire. It was a Delmonico steak with snails. Anthony was special. He was rare. He shared not just with the industry, but with the people. He was an extraordinary individual, and how he inspired me, how he made me want to create and to make and to cook was extraordinary. Anthony created a movement, not a following. And there's a very big difference between creating a movement and a following. He was like the most beautiful Pied Piper. He was extraordinary, and his understanding of food and life was mesmerizing. And all I can say is that I miss him. In memory of Anthony. So, season. Once again, season generously. Taking into consideration that a large percentage will wash off in the pan. Clarified butter. Whenever you cook steak, always make sure your pan's hotter than you want it, because the loss of heat when you place a steak into it is extraordinary. And then season the bottom. Certain mushrooms, you should never see a pan on the stove. Girolles, chanterelles, mousseron. Because if you put them on a stove, you throw them into the hot pan, the water is released. Then the water and the butter creates an emulsion. The mushrooms collapse. They lose their texture. They lose their freshness. So these girolles are going to take about 1.5 minutes. Because what we want is the water to evaporate. We don't want the water to be released. A little seasoning, a little butter. And then we have the snails. Snails are one of those delicious things that are a little like the stove. Once you get over your fears of the stove, you can start to cook. Once you get over your fears of eating snails, then you can enjoy life. They're so delicious with garlic butter, with steak, with mushrooms. Sensational. So as you can see, the mushrooms are releasing their water. It's starting to evaporate off. And ask yourself what's happening. One, they're cooking, but secondly, they're intensifying the flavour of the mushroom. And that's what it's all about. So, steak's cooking, wild mushrooms are cooking, now the snails. Okay. It's now time to add the trompe de l'amour, the death trumpets, to the chanterelle. Okay, we're almost there. So pan fry the snails so they start to singe. Once again, releasing water, intensifying the flavour of the snail. And then we finish with a little garlic butter. Okay. So we just taste for seasoning. It needs a little bit more. So let's make a little blanket and rest the steaks. You see, just roast your snails. So, the snails are almost ready. The steak is resting and the mushrooms are ready. Just check for seasoning. Tiny bit more. Then olive oil. Then olive oil. Now we add the garlic butter. And once again, when I say add garlic butter, it's down to your palate. I like butter. A life without butter is not a life. Calories are delicious. They make everything taste better. Just work the butter through the snails. Bring that in. There's our plate. Steak. And steak. So, without touching a steak, you know it's medium rare. When the blood just starts to pierce the surface, then it's medium rare. You don't have to prod it, you don't have to touch it. Now, let's put some mushrooms over. And always be generous with garnish. Now, bring your snails in. Garlic butter should never split. If it splits, your recipe is wrong. It should always be like a puree. And then to finish, a little parsley. There's no need for vegetables, just some potatoes. And be generous with herbs. They make everything fresher. They wash the palate. A little crystal salt. There you are. Steak, snails, wild mushrooms. In the memory of the late Anthony Bourdain, one of my great friends. And that was the first thing we ever ate together.